Welcome to Locating Solomon's Temple, Part 4. Now let's look at the southwest corner of the Temple Mount. Across from the southwest corner of the Temple Mount is another corner to its south. It too was built with Herodin stones with the trademark drafted margins. In between the two walls is what I believe to be the entrance to a lower gate, street level. Steps were uncovered leading upward between the two walls. I believe at one time these steps led up to a gate. South of this second wall, the western half of the ophel is located. Excavations revealed important data on the history of the early Islamic Jerusalem. 4 edifices, about 90 by 90 meters each, were unearthed and dated to the Umayyad period, 7th and 8th century CE. These buildings are probably part of the official facility erected by the Caliph al-Walid, and shedding new light on the status of Jerusalem during the Islamic period. This, of course, stopped the western half of the ophel from being excavated down to the level of that on the eastern side. This whole area is now called the Ophel Archaeological Garden. This is a photo of the western section of the ophel as it looks today. All work has stopped, and any ruins from earlier time will remain hidden. In 1838, an American historian, Edward Robinson, discovered some stones projecting from the western wall, now called Robinson's Arch. Excavations below this arch revealed a second temple street, of which the bridge of this arch crossed over. This bridge served as an entrance into Herod's extended courts to the west, giving easier access to the temple to those living on the west hill. The Wailing Wall on the western wall is located on the northwest section of Herod's extended temple complex. My location for the temple is the only one that shows the Wailing Wall as an actual wall of Herod's 600 by 600 foot temple. To summarize, let's look at 8 important points concerning the location of the temple. Dome of the Rock Theory, Point 1. The early explorers found no water channels going uphill to the Dome of the Rock area. The aqueduct entered the Temple Mount and angled southward, indicating a lower placement for the temple. In the southern mount location, Robertson theory, the aqueduct flows south towards the temple. The water system brought the living water to cleanse the priest court. A pool is located under the temple court for the filling of the brazen laver each morning. Dome of the Rock Theory, Point 2. With this theory, the temple once stood on the highest hill, the Dome of the Rock platform. However, Josephus wrote that Fort Antonia was on the highest hill, not the temple. Southern Mount location. In this theory, Fort Antonia was on the highest hill, Dome of the Rock platform, as described by Josephus. Dome of the Rock Theory, Point 3. The early maps showed the moat described by Josephus as being between the highest hill and Bethesda Hill. However, with the dome theory, the ruins of the moat are not acknowledged. With the southern mount location, the moat is shown to be between Fort Antonia and Bethesda Hill, just as described by Josephus. Dome of the Rock Theory, Point 4. The east gate is toward the extreme north end of Nehemiah Wall. Solomon entered the east gate from his palace, which was located on Ophel Hill. There was no way to enter the gate at the north end from the Ophel. Southern Mount location. The east gate is located within Triple Gate, Solomon's portico, and was in the center of the east wall. It was located just above Solomon's palace on the Ophel Hill, and was the king's entrance to the temple compound. Dome of the Rock Theory. Point 5. This theory claims the east gate did not enter directly into the women's court, but is approximately 240 feet to the north of the women's court. In the southern location, the east gate entered directly into the women's court, as it should be. Dome of the Rock Theory. Point 6. In this theory, Herod built the passageways from Double Gate, and yet the courses of stone show these passageways to have been built after the destruction of Herod's temple in 70 AD. Southern Mount location. In this theory, Double Gate was built after 70 AD and was an attempt to rebuild Herod's inner north and south gates and the Israeli court between the two. Dome of the Rock Theory. Point 7. In this theory, all of the Temple Mount was Herod's temple compound. The mount is around 1,000 by 1,550 feet, almost double the size of Herod's temple. Herod extended the temple area, but it remained a square, not a rectangle. Southern Mount location shows the temple compound as being 1 furlong by 1 furlong, 600 by 600 feet, as recorded by Josephus, and this is confirmed by the ruins under the mount and also excavations on Ophel Hill. Dome of the Rock Theory. Point 8. In this theory, Fort Antonia incorporated land on Bethesda Hill and was only a small rectangular area. But according to Josephus, Fort Antonia was also 1 furlong square. Southern Mount location. Fort Antonia and its compound is shown to be 600 by 600 feet. The compound of Fort Antonio and the temple compound together were 2 furlongs in length and 1 furlong in width, 1,200 by 600 feet. I hope you enjoyed this study on the Temple Mount location. For more detailed information, it can be found at my website at templemountlocation.com. Thank you.